I got a great intro for you.
Go Mustangs!
Why do you always clip it? Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the We Only Do One Take podcast. It's the only podcast in the world that is a complete shit show. I am Turch, and with me is my co-host, the CEO, the man that is currently wearing blackface for this episode. It's Kieran.
All I want to say is go Mustangs to the Melbourne Mustangs.
Did you hear that, everyone? The man in the blackface said go Mustangs.
Beat the Melbourne Ice.
Yes.
And, you know, 4-0 in the ice hockey.
Yeah.
Obviously not like the American ice hockey, the NHL or whatever it's called. Hey, but it's a damn good day out.
It was.
And, yeah, go Mustangs.
This was a couple.
I know you're an ice supporter.
I am an ice supporter.
So we are now no longer friends.
Oh, well, you go for Fremantle Dockers, and I go for the.
I do,
and I go for Collingwood. You know,
which I'm disgusted by. But more importantly, Turch, I heard on the radio coming over here today that CEO and chairman, which I now also want to take the title of chairman of this podcast, are now averaging their normal pre-COVID spend of about $170,000 traveling in first class or private jets.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to have to up my spend through this podcast and match it to all the other CEO and chairman.
We're going to just have to...
We're also going to need a private jet.
Is that a percentage of the income of a business?
Oh, I don't know.
It's based... I'm assuming it is.
Yeah, probably.
So I think that's only fair that your ability to spend money on flights is proportionate to the percentage...
No. When we
of the profitability of this podcast.
When we make $170,000 profit, it's going to my flights.
Well, that's not profit, is it? That's not how... See, you're not very good at this. As the CFO,
170,000 of revenue, or whatever the other fucking word you want me to say, net operating income.
See, if profit means after all your flight expenses.
Yeah, everyone in this podcast understood me and now have tuned out and are now listening to the Tax Invoice podcast because that's what they want to fucking hear.
Well, it's not my fault that they knew what they were tuning into. They knew what they were tuning into.
Get your bingo cards, people. Get your bingo cards.
You unequivocally not knowing the difference of expenditure, and me explaining that to you in a very forceful way. Very exciting times. That's all. I'm gonna say. But you got a rant for us, Kieran?
I've got a joke.
Okay. I'm gonna rant for you, Kieran.
There were 3 people in the middle of the desert.
Yep.
They're walking.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, they're very thirsty because they're in the desert.
Uh-huh.
This is like Australia desert.
Yeah.
You know, dry
real desert.
Yeah, real desert. That's right. Anyway, they're really, really thirsty.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, they come across a milk bar in the middle of the desert.
Like a bodega.
What the fuck's a bodega?
Like a milk bar. Because Americans don't have milk bars.
Well, what the fuck do they have?
They're bodegas.
What the fuck is a bodega?
They sell like bread, milk.
Well, yeah,
some
a place that
sakis or
sells
something.
lollies, ice creams, milk.
A bodega.
Not a fucking bidet.
No, a bodega.
I know you're saying bodega, but I'm just
like
thinking
a corner
bidet.
store.
A corner store, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So these 3 thirsty people enter a corner store
Yeah.
in the desert.
Which I'm going to call a milk bar.
They're going to call it a
Because
milk
I
bar.
live in fucking Australia. If I was from Perth, we would call it a deli.
I think they call them delis as well.
Do they? Oh.
Yeah, in America.
Okay.
But I think that they can also get like a Philly cheesesteak is from a deli.
Right.
Like a Cubano sandwich from a deli.
Right, okay. Anyway, they're really thirsty. So the first person walks in to this milk bar and says, been walking in the desert for a really long time. I'm really thirsty. Can I
Is this
have
how you thought this joke would go?
a drink of water? This is great. This is even better. This is even better than I thought. People have come along for the ride of this joke of you and I. This is why I want to do next week's special episode. People, tune in for next week because it's going to be great.
You have to get here early, I think.
So he goes, I've been in the desert for a really long time. I like a drink of water. And the lady behind, actually, I wouldn't really call her a lady. The bogan behind the counter.
The Bajan.
Yeah, the Bajan. Yes, the Bajan.
It's a bodega.
Says only if you have sex with me.
Okay.
and this is an upper class person walking in the middle of the desert and sees the bogan Bajan lady, and is like, "Nah, I'm getting the fuck out of here." So the second person goes to the first person. "You can drink water." No. Second person says, "Don't worry, I know how to get the glass of water. I'll go into the milk bar." And so same thing. Bajan, I've been walking in this desert, really thirsty. There's 3 of us. Could I have some water? Same thing. Only if you have sex with me. And he goes, "Nah, missing teeth, Collingwood supporter type, person. I'm the hell out of here." So the third person is like, I'm definitely going to do this.
You got this.
I'm definitely going to
bag.
I'm definitely going to get
and rubs
this.
the genie.
Yeah. I'm going to get this water that we so desperately need. Bajan lady, Collingwood supporter, fanatic fan, broken teeth, greasy hair, boobs that sag, right? Just terrible, 80 years old, don't want to touch her. Been walking in the desert, would like a glass of water. Only if you have sex with me. And the third person says, "You got it." So she walks up the stairs. He grabs a Chico roll and a sausage roll. Okay. He walks up the stairs. They get up.
This is the second time Chico rolls have come up in this many minutes. Before the show, we were talking about Chico rolls. I don't think I talked about Chico rolls for 10 years. And
because you said Chico rolls, I thought I had to tell this joke.
It's come up twice. Okay, so he goes up there with a meat pie and a Chico roll.
Yeah. And because you said Chico roll, this is why I'm telling the joke, because I remembered it.
Okay.
All right? So be careful what you tell me pre-show. God knows where we could end up on this podcast.
What is a Chico roll? After the joke.
Okay. So she pulls down this 80-year-old Collingwood supporter, no teeth, Bajan, pulls down her pants, her underwear.
From
her
Tarjay.
panties. Yep, that's right, from Tarjay. He closes his eyes.
Yeah.
Sticks the Chico roll up there.
Yeah.
In and out.
In the old front hole.
Yep. Yeah, and he eats the meat pie.
Yeah.
All right. He throws the Chico roll out the window.
Yeah.
He walks downstairs. He gets his glass of water, and he goes out to the other two, and he goes, "Hey guys, I got the water." And they go, "Yeah? Well, we got a free Chico roll."
That's pretty good.
Yeah, thank you.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I think now is the part of the show where you explain exactly what is a Chico roll.
I've got no fucking idea what a Chico roll is. I know it's an Australian delicacy.
It's like a big dim sim.
Yeah.
Like a long vid.
It's
got meat
sim.
in it, yeah.
Like a sausage roll dim sim.
Yeah. It's a very, very strange acquired taste of the Australian, because big in the 80s, I think.
I think so.
I think if you go to a fish and chip shop that was once owned by Greek people and now is owned by Chinese people, and is now owned by Lebanese people, not only could you also get a HSP, you can
also get the Chico roll.
You could probably see the picture of the Chico roll.
Yeah. I only learnt very late in my fish and chip shop life of buying fish and chips that you could get deep fried Mars bars.
Yes.
Have you ever tried a deep fried Mars bar?
I have. I had one when I was 10 years ago.
Do you know how delicious deep fried Mars bars are?
See, I'm not I'm a savory person. So eating something that was basically just diabetes in a crunchy batter actually made me... I think I got through half of it, and I was like, I can't do this anymore. I can eat the biggest amount of hamburger you can imagine, the biggest parma.
Excellent.
But if you get me to try to eat something sweet, I can just pick at it. That's it. I just can't do sweet.
Can't do sweet. You can do savory. You're a savory man.
I'm a savory man.
Well, good for you.
No.
Eating all that savory stuff. Hey, we need an update, because last time you were telling us all about the salami.
The salami is back. It came down off the racking unit.
Because there was things about bricks needing to be used.
It's been squished down. Yep. It is back up, and it's ready for the long 11 more weeks of drying through that process. It's very exciting now. They look really big and chunky at the moment,
and then
they'll shrink down into a nice, comfortable, edible size of 150 grams a salami.
Fantastic.
That's enough for a nice little bit of a...
Myself and the fans are looking forward to this salami.
I'll have everybody over. We'll get some whiskey and some salami, and we'll have a good time.
Oh, that sounds great.
Great time.
It sounds excellent. So thank you for the update.
Oh, my pleasure. Kieran, I got a bit of a rant for you.
Excellent.
One of the little... I'm not a car person. You're not a car person.
I drive a car.
I drive a car.
I don't know how to fix a car.
I don't know how to fix a car. But there's one thing
I can change a tyre, though.
Yeah.
Can you change a tyre?
I can change a tyre.
Yeah.
But one of the little things I like to do at the service station, at the servo, petrol station, gas station.
Yeah.
One of the little pleasures
is
that
get Jess to fill up the car for you. I understand. Yeah.
It's my money.
And
What's
you
the
like to
difference?
go in and pay.
What's the difference?
Yeah.
She's an independent woman that don't need no man. One of the little things I like to do is, because I don't know much about cars, but I like driving, I like driving cars.
You like the broom. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the vroom.
And the one thing I really like is making sure that the air in the tyres are filled up correctly.
Mm-hmm.
And
you're
it's
what, 32 PSI?
No, I do 38.
38 PSI.
I like it. I find I get more grip on the road, and the car just moves a bit nice. Every tyre is different.
Yeah.
Like in my old car was 36, this car's 38. Jess's old car, it was like 33, worked really good. Just one of those things. Each car's sort of different. Mine's 38. That's pretty great.
So you're not saying that your PSI is super PSI. It's not a super.
No, it's just a PSI, like pounds per
So it's
square
not
inch.
like trans PSI.
I don't know where you're going with this.
I'm referring back to it. I'm doing a very bad job here. You know we're talking about all the fat people and they've got the fat categories. I'm trying to make the same for the PSI.
No, it's more of just a straight PSI.
So it's a straight PSI. Okay.
less super or infinifat PSI.
Yeah.
It doesn't go off 10 on the Richter scale. If you know what I mean?
You mean that when you do the PSI thing with the car and the tires, you can see the number on the machine. You're not too much.
Yeah. It's just air, buddy. It's just air.
Right.
It's not fat. The pounds per square inch would be a really good way for her to measure. It's a different number altogether. See? That's where we needed to go with that one there. So I go, I'm going to go. So I get the petrol. I move out the side and I go, I'm going to fill up the tire. Just especially with long drives.
Yeah.
So I'm going down.
When the fuck do you do a long drive?
Oh, but even if things go like to my parents' beach house or up to Heathcote.
Okay.
All
right. I was going to say, going to the shops is not a long drive for you.
You still want the car to run. It's optimum. It saves fuel.
Yeah, well, it's expensive.
It's expensive these days, right? Okay, yeah. And then I go to... There's only like one pump ever.
Yeah, that's right.
And you're like...
Each service station only has one of the air pumps.
One of the air pumps, that's right. And they put it in one sort of place, and you drive down there. And then recently, I drive down there to fill up the tyres, and I see a car parked there.
Right.
And I'm like, okay, I'll just wait. And then I'm like, wait a second. I can't see the person
doing the air thing. Yeah.
Like, if you're near there, you should, I should be able to see you on one of your tyres or at the machine. Like, there's not many other places you can go.
Yeah.
To do this activity. Like, you have to hold the hose. You have to plug it into the tyre valve and click all the buttons.
So you obviously live in a very fancy neighbourhood where they leave the device out. Because some of them you have to go into the service station to collect.
This one doesn't. Yeah. And I love this. This one service station always has cheap petrol. So I go there and they're great, right? Anyway, so I'm waiting. I'm like, this is a bit strange. Because I can't even like get into the side and just start using it. Because it's obviously on the rack.
Yeah.
Anyway. Then I see a gentleman walk out of the service station itself, ice cream in hand.
Excellent. Good for him.
Get into the car.
Yeah. Where you want to.
Where I want to go.
Yeah.
Finishes the ice cream.
This man does not like to be rushed, and I salute him.
and then drives away, and I'm like, I can't believe... Like, when I'm... if I'm...
What time were you doing this?
Just before I went to the gym, like 4:15.
Okay.
So I finished work at 4.
Yeah.
So, straight there, okay, petrol. That way Jess doesn't have to because I'm a husband. I do the right thing.
Congratulations.
I don't want her to sniff the fumes. I want to enjoy those, especially if I'm paying for them.
Yeah.
Might as well enjoy it before I go to the gym. I wasted my time. And I'm just like, what?
Turch, you have two options in this situation.
We live in a society.
Move on, and come back later.
No.
Or go and get your own ice cream.
I'm only going. No. I've gone to the gym. I'm trying to be good here. We're just talking about my sweets thing. I'm trying to be good. Number one, trying to be good, not eat stuff. Two, trying to do a good thing for the environment. I'm going to bring the environment into this. Why not? And three, do a nice thing for my wife because she goes, oh yeah, I forgot to get petrol. Oh, I guess I'll get it. Like, that's how it goes. And then this guy is just like dawdling. I bet you he didn't
Maybe he has anxiety, Turch. Did you ever think of that? Maybe he's got anxiety.
So he saw a guy. So he walked off to the service station. Inside, saw me there. Thought, fuck, what am I going to do? I better pick up a cornetto. And then walks back out and goes, ooh, he's still there.
I don't know why he doesn't drive around and get petrol.
Yeah.
No one gets air.
I never understand. I remember, I don't know how often you check your tires. I check them like once a month. It's just one of those things.
Is that why did I get a text message off you this week saying, how often do you change your bed sheets?
Because I think we change ours once a month.
Okay.
And I was like, you change yours once a week. And I'm like, really? That seems...
Every fortnight.
All right.
Summer, yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
No, it's even still like a month. I don't know. I follow what my wife tells me to do, right?
Yeah, fair enough.
I don't know. I know how to mow. I know when to fill the car tires up there. But it's something that you should be doing on a regular basis. You really should.
The amount of Ks I do, I take
Because you drive more than me.
I take it to the service. I get serviced like every other fucking week. They fucking deal with it.
Yeah, it's fair enough.
They do that.
I'm not a cars person. If they said to me, the engine's got something in the something. That's how much I know about cars. I'd be like,
I made that last bit up.
I see. I wouldn't know, but but if they go, you're gonna fill a car with air with tires with air, but yeah, I'm in. I can do that one thing, and that makes me feel really manly.
Excellent.
Every so often.
Well done.
And it makes the car drive nicer. You can really feel it.
Yeah.
I remember once Jess goes to me, my car's not driving very well. This is the old car back in the day. Well, like 5 years ago.
Yeah.
She was driving. She goes, see, when I turn it like this, it doesn't really, it feels a bit, wobbly. I don't know, we could just check. The one thing I knew how to do. Okay, we should just check the tires. So we pulled into a service station, check the tires. And one of them the front one had like 35 pounds of air. I'm like, okay, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
The book says about 36. Pump up to 36. The other front one had 36 already. I'm like, fantastic. The one on the back right.
That tire's getting a promotion.
That one on the back right had 32. I'm like, yeah, that's pretty normal because it's a rear-wheel drive car.
Yeah.
So the engine, that's where the engine, the tires that move.
Yeah.
And the other side had 18.
There's a problem.
Okay, Jess, we're going to pumped it up. Straight up to 36. She starts at 50% capacity. Ooh, it drives very well now. Maybe. When's the last time you checked your tires? Never.
I feel like this is a public service announcement for people.
It's pretty good
to check their tires. Maybe they're driving right now.
Maybe they are. If they are, check your tires. What's I going to say? I got more things that anger me.
Oh fuck, go for it.
Okay. Before that, Kieran, do you believe that we're living in a simulation?
Do I believe I'm living in a what with the who?
In a simulation, we're actually part of the Matrix. We're not real.
Well, every other fucking day, Turch.
Yeah?
Every other fucking day, yeah.
Okay. What makes you think that we are living in a simulation?
Because...
Okay.
It's just... How is the universe meant to have been... How are we meant to be created if we're not...
What, in a computer program?
In a computer program.
Well, then who made the person...
when you're in the Matrix, you don't need to know these things.
I know.
Yeah.
Okay, look. I don't believe in this Matrixy simulation theory sort of thing. I feel like it's just computer geeks thinking they're better than God. And they, oh, well, who created God? God could be in a computer program, but maybe God's a programmer. Ah, come on, buddy. You can't even... You're still copying code.
So what you're saying is Steve in IT created a computer program, created a god.
Yeah.
Realistically, he is the god.
Yeah.
That created a god.
Yeah.
And then everyone's in the Matrix.
Yeah.
Got it. Love
Okay.
it.
And
Yeah.
I never really thought about this could be true
Mhm.
until recently. And something really fucking perked my interest up. Think about you drive... this is why I wanted to do the driving stuff. You're driving on the road in your car. You got a standard size car, give or take, right? And how many seats wide do you have in that car?
Well, I would say 2.5.
2.5.
Yeah.
Right? 2.5.
Yeah. I mean, if you and Jess sat in the back seat, there's still an extra 2 seats.
It's true.
Yeah.
But 2.5
Mhm.
sort of thing. Okay, 2.5, and you got your windows, and that sort of fits pretty well in a lane. Most lanes across.
Yeah.
Across the world.
Is this? Are you talking about buses? How are buses
Okay.
so big?
Yeah.
Yeah. I've wondered this. Yes.
Okay, so then you look at a bus, and you walk onto a bus, and there's a driver at the front who's taken up more than he probably should as a driver.
Uh-huh. Yeah, because he's on the bouncy chair.
Yeah. And he's sort of in the middle. Okay, but then you walk into a bus, and there's a whole aisle in the middle.
And then there's two.
And there's 2 seats, not on one side, but on both sides. And yet.
Yeah.
So
it's 4.5.
It's
Is
4.5 is what I'm sort of implying
Yeah.
here. And yet, plus an aisle.
Yeah.
And the aisle is like another seat, is more than a seat.
Mhm.
It's probably like
There's
5
more
seats.
space in that aisle than on an aeroplane aisle.
I think so.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. And yet, you're telling me that bus fits in the same lane as a car. If we're not... Okay.
What a conspiracy.
That's the only time I've ever thought... It sounds fucking stupid as fuck.
I have thought about this, yes.
Okay.
Many a time.
It's not just me. It's not just me. Because I was driving behind a bus. I'm like, hang on a fucking minute. I'm as wide as the bus. I got 2 seats in here. How are they sitting 5 across at the back? Because that's what they do. Remember you sit in the back of the bus as a kid. You got the 5 seats. You got 5. You and your 4 mates, and you're like, or for you just yourself. But I don't know how they did it. And no, if that's not a...
The 2 times I caught the V-Line bus from Ballarat down to Melbourne, it was you sitting on there going, please, no one fucking sit next to me. No one sit next to me.
Oh.
You don't want to... I've got a conspiracy theory.
Oh, here we go.
A bit of a conspiracy theory. We all know that Roe versus Wade was decided on in America.
Yeah, there was an MMA fight, right?
It was, yeah.
Yeah.
Connor's coming back soon.
Gonna fight Roe. And Wade's gonna come in. He's actually moving to the WWF. It's gonna be great.
I was thinking, right, why do they want to get rid of abortions? And I know why. Because the medical community doesn't make as much money from abortions than as a pregnancy.
I get that. I get that. I think it's because
abortions are cheaper than a pregnancy.
Well, that's why I think that some companies are giving women like flights, accommodation for a week, and the money to pay for an abortion.
Oh, good on them.
And I'm just like, well, yeah, because it's cheaper. Like, it probably costs them $3,000 to do that round trip, or maternity leave is $50,000.
It costs apparently between like $30,000 and $50,000 to deliver a baby in America.
Yeah,
it's like fucking hell.
Pretty.
No wonder why they've made abortion. They've banned abortion. They want all that money.
The medical community. Oh, there you go. See, I kind of think something different. I think it's because they didn't want men to get abortions.
Oh, right.
Because you see now, like, there's no definition of a woman anymore. And so, just like the trans community,
unless you're Fina.
Well, it's different. But like, all these trans women, men to women, were taking over women spots, and they said, "Well, look, now men can get abortions," and they're like, "Well,
almost like the Monty Python.
Yeah.
You have the right."
Yeah, but now men can have babies too because of all this progressivism, right?
Yeah.
And so men are like, "Well, we don't want anyone to have abortions, and we have a right to choose." and we're in power, and because we can have babies, now we have our opinion is just as valid as the women's one. And I've never seen the definition of women come out so fucking quick as soon as the abortion thing was taken off the table over there.
Oh, it's
You gotta think third dimension. Okay, here's one for you. Okay, the Supreme Court currently has like 3 women on it, and a black guy, right? And they got rid of Roe versus Wade. And then you compare it to, and they're like, oh, look at this right-wing crazy. And I'm like, man, that's a fucking diversity picture of America right there. You got 9 people, one of them's black, 3 of them are women, the rest are white guys. So I'm like, that's pretty much, if you were to take a snapshot of America.
For a very conservative institution.
For a snapshot of America, that's pretty fucking spot on.
Yeah.
10% are black. It probably should be 1 more woman, but pretty fucking close. Like, especially if those people actually got the jobs on their merit.
Yeah.
And then you compare it to who said Roe versus Wade is good, and the whole Supreme Court is white guys. Old white guys. And I'm like, wait a second. I thought you said the old white guys were the bad ones. They seem to be the good ones in this situation.
Oh, wow.
It seems like the diversity hires over here are really fucking it up for everybody.
Ooh. If you ever do a comedy bit, that's got to be in your comedy bit.
Thank you. But that's true.
Oh, if you come on the cruise that I talked about last week, you could do this in your comedy.
No, I'll be fucking kicked off that cruise quicker than the Tom Cruise kicked out of a building in Mission Impossible. My jokes would go down like the Titanic in that cruise.
Well, next year, I think we're going to do a live podcast from Vietnam.
Okay. I still can't believe, like, that whole abortion thing has come out. And people are like, oh, it's so sad. Like, people can't get abortions. And you would think that, like, I don't know what the percentage of people that get abortions, but I don't know anyone that's had one. I don't know if people are like upfront about it, but it seems like a lot of the people who complain that they can't have them anymore are either really ugly or can't have children anyway. It's like, why does lesbians care if they can have abortions or not? They're not going to have one. They can't.
Turch, I got a news article.
Too far? I'll stick to the diversity hire joke. That's better.
Not going there. I'm not going to have my voice snipped out of context, Turch.
Ah,
well. Man fights crocodile with saucepan.
Oh, I did see this video. He's giving it a bonk on the head. It's so good. There are so many videos of people in Australia.
Look at that.
There are so many videos of people in Australia. Like, remember that guy whose a kangaroo had his dog in a headlock and just walked up to the kangaroo and just fucking sucker punched him in the face. The kangaroo's like, let go of the dog's like, oh, fuck off, and just bounced away.
Yeah.
That's that same vibe. That guy's just like, oh, fucking crocodile, bang, bang, get out of here.
The owner of a tourist lodge in Australia's Northern Territory he was wearing shoes. Well done.
Oh, that's pretty good.
He had fucking safety number 1.
A pair of Crocs.
Smacked a charging crocodile with a frying pan.
It's great. You're still thinking of that Crocs joke, aren't you?
Yeah. Some people thought they were trying to leave the lodge, and they thought it was the owner's pet crocodile. So the tourists
Why is Northern Territory?
Yeah.
I mean, they've got a few pair of Crocs over there.
We were leaving the island via helicopter, and the croc was blocking the path.
Bang, get out of here.
The owner was worried for our safety, so he grabbed a frying pan to shoo the croc away. Oh, that is just...
That's the top.
You know when a crocodile's mouth closes, you can't open it.
No, it's like
you need like fucking jaws of life or whatever. That's
like
fucking shit
one of the most powerful jaws, like that, like polar bears. I think once they Or it's like Rottweiler's jaw where they bite and they lock
They lock
it in place.
Yeah, you
Because
can't.
then they grab you and then they spin around. That's how they
drown you.
They drown you like
in
that.
the water, yeah.
It's crazy. It's like the last ever living.
If you're ever in Australia, people listening to this, and you see a water hole,
Don't go into it.
wait for the locals.
Yeah. Look at the signs. If there's a sign that lives...
If there are no locals swimming,
yeah, I want to...
don't swim.
Yeah.
If you go to a watering hole and you see tourists swimming, continue to fuck off really quickly.
Really quickly, yeah. I just remember going to the like, in Cairns.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, we'll go to the beach. And they're like, oh, don't go to the beach. I'm like, why? Oh, the crocodiles in the water. You're like, fucking crocodiles!
That or the fucking jellyfish.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And then you swim a bit further out, and now you got the sharks.
Yeah.
So it's like just this three-pronged effect of...
Northern Australia, you can only fucking swim there in like June, July, and that's about it.
If that. Well, I'm going to talk about something else that's pretty horrific.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to talk about something else that's pretty horrific, yeah. The rise of the Disney adult. Do you know what a Disney adult is?
Disney... these are fucking adults that go to Disneyland.
It's adults that are just overly fascinated or overly heavily part of that Disney sort of thing. Like even I'm including in this Star Wars.
Yeah.
I'm including this the MCU, and I did talk about Harry Potter fans back in the day, but they're sort of part of this. But they're like Universal or something.
Yeah.
So Disney adults,
The people that can't let go of their childhood.
yeah, and it's like,
Yeah.
so this accurate? Do Disney adults truly signify the end of the Western civilization, or are they just simply mildly annoying people with very high thresholds for expensive mix of drinks? To find out, we learned the concept of Disney adults comes from the first place. And this person talked to a whole bunch of people of why it actually annoys people so much, and it comes down to a few things. One is the cringe factor. One is the inability to sort of grow up.
Mm-hmm.
And the final one is that, especially adults going to Disneyland, they actually take the magic away
From the kids?
from the kids. And they're like, no, all these places here should, it's for children, it's for families.
Yeah.
It's not for 29-year-olds wearing, going up, and I want to see Mickey Mouse.
When I was in America, I was like, I'm going to go to Disneyland. Never made it to Disneyland, but ended up at Universal Studios.
Yeah.
And for some fucking reason, I thought the entire day is what I needed at Universal Studios.
Yeah.
I was fucking sick of that place after 4 hours. and I was like, fuck, I can't leave.
Yeah.
Because I'm getting fucking picked up and I'm going straight to the airport.
Yeah.
Like, I was.
Because what did you do there? Like, what do you like apart from going on a couple of rides?
I went on a couple of rides, and then I was like, this is like really cheesy, and I'm over it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I liked, like, I've done the Gold Coast many a times. And you're right, every time I go, like, to Movie World, like, you do the 2 or 3 rides. I think there's a Lethal Weapon ride still there, probably not.
I haven't been
like
there
the
since I was
Batman
like
ride.
7. Yeah.
And then that's it. You're like, you watch a parade. You watch the, what's that show? Police Academy show. I think it's still there. Like, this is the quality of entertainment that we get here in Australia theme parks. The only theme parks where, this was a long time ago, like it was like 8 years ago now, where I was like, yeah, this is like the best day ever, was when I went to like the Wet and Wild or the water park.
Yeah.
And it was really hot. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to get on all the rides.
Sorry, now that I've watched Philly and them at the water park.
Red Raw. Yeah, it's like, but I can't imagine myself. Like, look, I love Bugs Bunny. If people have to go, what do you remember like watching a lot of your childhood? I go, old Warner Brothers cartoons.
Yeah, and Power Rangers.
Yeah. That was pretty much like my whole childhood.
Mm-hmm.
So if I was going to show kids stuff like, yeah, look, let's go watch some Wile E. Coyote. Oh yeah, you're gonna. You know what you're gonna love? You're gonna love Daffy Duck and Duck Dodgers in the 23rd and a half century. You're gonna bloody love it. Oh, we're gonna watch. We're gonna watch Quackbusters. You're gonna love it. Oh, we're gonna watch even Space Jam. You're gonna love it. It's gonna be great. Michael Jordan is the best actor in the world.
Space Jam's fucking great. Yeah.
But I wouldn't go, I need to go to Universal Studios because I need to give Bugs Bunny a hug. Nah, I don't need.
But Bugs Bunny's not real.
Yeah, that's well.
It's just a man or a woman in a Bugs Bunny costume.
Well, that's it as well. And
the magic's gone when you're no longer a kid.
Yeah.
Because as a kid, you actually think that's real.
Really Bugs Bunny.
But it's not.
Or it's like, oh, that's really Superman. Like he's there and he's dressed up. Oh.
Yeah.
No one just, you know. That fascination of people really, really wanting that love from a fictional character. Does it stem from not having friends? Does it stem from like not being into sport? Does it? I get it. Like even nowadays, I know friends' partners who are still really into Harry Potter, and you're like, but that's a children's book. Like that's a young adult, like a teenager. Like I don't know
it
what's
is a magical book.
It may be a magical book, but also it's written for 13-year-olds.
Actually, I rewatched I didn't rewatch. Some of the movie was on free-to-air TV. And I remember watching it. I was watching it.
Yeah.
Because I watched the fucking Harry Potters as a teenager.
Yeah.
The movies came out when, read all the books. Except for the last one, because I sort of grew out of it by the time I got to the last one.
See, that growing out of it is that...
And I was watching the film, and I was like, this is just fucking school and rules, and people who love fucking school and rules.
Yeah.
And authority figures, and fucking following directions. This and I was like, they're not really fucking breaking the law or the fucking rules here. This is just goody two shoes.
It is.
Yeah,
it really is. I think. Have you ever seen the?
I don't know. I was like, I'm well beyond school. I don't need fucking school.
Have you ever heard the comparison of Star Wars and Harry Potter?
No.
And how they're basically the same. They're like, oh, Harry Potter is obviously Luke Skywalker.
Mm-hmm.
He was dropped off at his uncle and aunt's house.
Mm-hmm.
So it was Luke Skywalker by a hairy old wizard.
Yeah.
Hagrid.
Yeah.
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Uh-huh.
There's a dark person that's sort of related to him somehow. This is Voldemort and Darth Vader. It's
the hero's journey.
This is the
hero's journey.
He's got like a friend who's a girl who's very prim and proper. Leia.
Yeah.
The girl one.
Hermione.
No, that's the
Hermione.
one. Ron is basically Han Solo.
Oh, I thought you were going to say R2-D2.
No. He's like directed by like a wise wizard as Yoda and Dumbledore. Very similar.
This is very much the hero's journey.
Very much a hero's journey, Actually, I put a poll up on our Twitter page. I'm doing polls now on Twitter.
Really?
Yeah, why not? Isn't it fun?
Fucking A.
And I said to people, what do you think has had more of a cultural impact into society as a whole? Star Wars and everything involved, or The Simpsons?
Mm-hmm.
And I easily thought
The Simpsons
would win. And currently, it's like dead even, 50-50.
I'm going to have to get in there and fucking vote for Simpsons.
That's what I thought too, because like I use a Simpsons quote at least once a day.
Fuck yeah. I talk to people in Simpsons quotes, and it has fucking meaning.
Yeah, I understand a full conversation about The Simpsons and how it relates to life.
No one fucking knows what I'm saying.
But okay, could we go back then? Would you say that I really need to go to Fox Studios or wherever then, and I need to really hug Lisa Simpson because she really, no, you're not a child.
They got to move beyond the child stage. I gotta admit, it would be fun in a way. I would like to go to Disneyland with you, Turch, but also realize it would probably be bored after 3 or 4 hours and we'll be at the bar.
Yes. Yes.
Turch, I also did a poll.
Yeah.
But not on our We Only Do One Take podcast Twitter account.
Yeah.
What is the best Christmas film? Die Hard or Die Hard 2?
Oh, I put my answer.
Oh, I can't remember your answer.
The Jim Carrey's The Grinch.
Oh,
obviously. Die Hard or Die Hard 2? What about Die Hard 3? You don't like the N-word in your films?
No, I do, but it's just between Die Hard...
I've seen Die Hard... it's one of those things, right? Like, in series of films, you always watch, like, one of the films way more than the others. Like, Indiana Jones, I've seen The Last Crusade way more than the others, because that's always on TV.
Well, Die Hard 2, I watched Die Hard 2 the other night. And because I always watch Die Hard.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, wow, this is really fucking good. Like, I haven't seen this in so long.
Well, let's say for me, I've seen Die Hard 1 so many times. I can't even remember the last time I saw Die Hard 2. I always see Terminator 2. I never see the original Terminator. and I always see Police Academy 4, and I never see the others.
Those fucking police academies, they're fucking great. They're timeless.
Citizen on Patrol, man, that's my jam. That's my jam. I see 1, and then I don't see 2 or 3, and then 4 comes out, and bam, you're in. Bam, you're in. Now, Kieran, we always talk about fat people on this podcast because they're sort of our fetish in a funny way.
Yeah.
But let's have a look here.
Hey y'all!
Wait, do you want to learn about teachers? No, let's do fat people. Okay, I found this video from Smile Squad on Facebook, and it's called 12 Signs You're Being Fatphobic.
Ooh, okay.
Okay, so there's a video, and so we'll go through it one by one. It's always fun when we do these sort of things. If you get sick of it, we'll get sick of it. But
Okay.
Yeah, here we go. So, 12 signs you're being fatphobic.
Hey y'all! So today we are doing fat girl friendly poses from your favorite fat girl, me.
Simone, don't say that about yourself.
Why? I'm fat.
No, you're beautiful.
I never said I was ugly.
Oh.
Okay.
One of the worst inventions was the iPhone because it gave people a camera.
So, this person here, this is quite large black woman,
Mm-hmm.
is doing a video and saying, fat, this and that. Fat and beautiful. And it's like, no, you're not ugly. Don't call yourself fat.
Mm-hmm. People just dream shit up in the showers and go, this is going to work.
Yeah.
Do you know how long it takes researchers to come up with a theory and these things? Decades, Turch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this person here is like, oh, fat does not equal ugly. Well, no, but most people think fat is unsightly.
There's this amazing study that was, maybe I've talked about it before. I've got to bring it in. I've got to bring in the pictures because it's fucking fascinating.
Yeah.
So they've got design people of different countries.
Yeah.
So males and females, they're males are straight, females are straight. So the males are told, design your ideal woman.
Yeah.
And the female, design your ideal man.
Mm.
And I have to tell you, there's some really interesting variations. Like the Chinese, they're small, timid.
Yeah.
Right? Then you've got like America and they've got the curves and the big breasts.
Yeah. Hips to waist ratio.
Yeah.
That's out of all the things in the world. I read this somewhere. Out of all the women,
but different countries have got variations on this, right? So it's different cultures, different variations. None of them
fat.
Now some of them
overweight.
I would sort of say overweight.
No, obese.
But what's that? Obese? Yeah, I don't know. A bit.
No. Like
chubby, if the word. But none of them are fucking obese.
Obese, yeah. What we
for some of the women, the dad bod.
Yeah.
Is very sexy in some cultures.
Well, I was reading. It was a study, and I can't find it now, but they did this whole big study, very similar to this. Like, what is your ideal woman or ideal man? What do you look for? This and that. And the biggest thing across the board, for, women, the women had a whole bunch of things like money, posture, height, the way that they dress, the way that they talk, facial hair, all this sort of stuff.
Mm.
And those were there were 10 commonalities across that. And the biggest thing, the one thing that every man across all these cultures basically could agree on is a certain hip to waist ratio, and that was it. If they go, as long as, because that monkey brain, that primate brain just goes, oh, that's ready for reproduction, and that's all the brain really needs. Whereas the women needed all these other factors.
But it's fascinating because there's just so many. Sorry, there's variation.
Yeah.
None of them are anorexic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
None of them would be so. That would pretty much be the average person that they want.
Just sort of think a bell curve.
Yeah.
Dad bod in the middle. Oh no, sorry. Slim, not slim, but
in between slim and dad bod in the middle.
Yeah.
Athletic.
There you go. In the middle, slim, dad bod.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, let's see number 2. We only got one of these so far. Number 2, here we go.
Yeah. Oh, girl, can you take some pictures of me real quick?
Yeah, sure. Oh, girl, I love the outfit. Very slimming. Okay.
Can we do the pictures without the commentary, though?
So, he asks a random person to take photos of her.
Every fucking random person I've asked to take a photo says fuck all.
Yeah. So even if say this is a friend,
Yeah.
and you think, oh, you look really good, you look really slim. I say, I don't need that sass. What do you mean? That's you are literally getting complimented,
Uh-huh.
and you still don't like it. Like, how much more could you want? Number three. Number three here. Assuming they want to lose weight. So she's obviously outside doing some exercise, right?
Hey, you working out?
Yeah.
I'm actually a personal trainer. I just helped my client lose 200 pounds. I can help you lose a lot of weight.
I'm actually good. Thank you so much.
Are you sure? They actually call me the fat shredder. I shred that fat. If you change your mind, call me.
Okay.
Okay.
I won't.
Okay. So she's working out in the park. And this guy who's a personal trainer.
No fucking personal trainer would come up to you like that
No.
and go to shred.
No, of course not. But even if someone goes, hey, I'm great that you're working out. I'm actually a personal trainer. Like, you're promoting your business. I run classes, this and that. It's like, oh, no, I don't want to lose weight. Then why are you exercising? Like, that's what...
A lot of people exercise to lose weight.
I would say...
Yeah.
If you were to ask 100 people... What
99 out of 100.
Yeah, well, what's the purpose of exercising? Oh, to lose weight. Like, no one goes, oh, I'm gonna... Unless you're, like, maintaining muscle mass or, like, oh, I'm gonna get massive.
Or not to put on any more weight.
Yeah, but that's exercise for fitness purpose. No one goes out there and just does exercise to stay the same. Because you don't need to do anything. And what's the purpose of this? So she's like out doing an hour of exercise to do nothing. Okay, I'm really... I don't want to lose weight. No. I'm going to eat like 4 Sundays after this.
Call you.
Oh, yes, Simone. Grab some milk because I know you about to have some fake cookies.
I'm actually not in the mood.
I never thought you would turn down cookies.
What is that supposed to mean?
Okay, so her friend makes cookies. And if you're at my house, Kieran, and even if you've just eaten a massive meal, and I go, oh, but I've had these you've smelt these cookies in the house. They're coming out of the oven. I go, oh, man, come on, have a cookie. You're going to be like, yeah. I'm sorry.
I'm going to have one.
You're going to have, well, yeah, look, you just made them. They're fresh. Of course I'm going to have it. She's not even
I'm not going to lie, I'm going to have 10.
I'm not saying you're a fat guy because you're going to have a cookie. It's like, hey, look, I just made it's like the salami. It's like, I'm really excited. I know.
You gave me homemade sausages 2 weeks ago.
I was so happy.
And I cooked them up straight away when I got home.
Yeah, because it's like, oh, this is great. Like, someone made...
And then my housemate heard that I was cooking at like 10 o'clock at night and happens to like come out and like, ooh, sausages. And I'm like, oh, fuck, now I got to share this.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
I only gave you like 4.
3.
Yeah. Well...
I had to share.
Oh,
I had to
one
share.
each. All right. Surprised by fat fashion.
Oh, you look great.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't know they sold clothes like that in your size.
Excuse me? Why wouldn't they sell clothes like this in my size? Should have stopped at the compliment. That's your problem.
Okay.
Hey, that was the personal trainer.
That was the personal trainer. I didn't even... Imagine being your friend. If I said that to you, you'd be like, fuck off, cunt. I didn't even know they made hats in that size. Look at your fat head. Yeah, shut up, dickhead. Like, maybe that relationship that they have isn't as close as they thought. Because that sounded like a great joke burn. That's something I would like, hey, nice hat, dickhead.
And then I would be like, Mustangs won, you idiot.
Here we go. The signs you're being fat phobic is saying, I feel fat.
All right.
Ooh, Simone, take these chips away from me. I feel so fat.
Aphonia? What do we say about that? Is that a bad thing?
Oh, you're right. I feel full.
Yeah, exactly, as you should, because you ate a lot.
Maybe one more.
No.
Okay. She's feeling fat because she's like bloated, full of chips. I mean, she didn't even eat the whole pack of chips.
What is it with this politically correct world?
I don't understand. Like, it's like, oh no, you don't feel fat, you feel full. No, I feel fat. Like, when you eat... when Homer... Again, The Simpsons coming back into my life. When Homer was like, oh, Marge wants to make love to Homer, and then he's like, comes home one night and like, oh, enchiladas. Like, sometimes, like, I'm not fat. I don't feel full. I feel fat. I feel like a fucking fat guy.
Oh, I've definitely been there too.
I've been to the enchilada. And you know what? Our good friends, Nick and Saoirse, they say that to us too. It's like, oh, sometimes we come home to the enchiladas. We understand. It's like, we want to have sex, but... Oh, man, no, I am just...
enchiladas.
Book it down. It's okay, right? Normal thing to say. I'm feeling fat. I'm feeling, you know...
Where's halfway? Is it 12?
It's 12.
Fucking hell.
Hey, thank you.
Well, that'll be $10.
What? You let her in?
Yeah, she's her and you're you.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, no, we're gonna go somewhere else.
Yeah.
Okay, so they're obviously at... this is meant to be a club.
Nightclub, right.
Right, and she's being let in, the skinnier girl,
Uh-huh.
and the morbidly obese
Yeah,
woman,
yeah.
the hippopotamus of the group,
Uh-huh. Is not being
let in. Well, she can go in, but it's $10 to get in. And I'm just like, well, yeah, welcome to being a man. So it seems like as soon as you get to a certain fatness, you just become a man. Good news, as a man, you earn 23 cents for every dollar a woman makes.
Yeah.
So you can just pay that extra $10 and get in.
You can, yeah.
There's no issue here. Because otherwise you're saying that men shouldn't have to pay that tax. Because that's a man tax, but that's okay, I guess.
It's a tax.
It's a tax. And I don't know, as a libertarian. I got. Here we go.
Thank you.
Really? You stand in the corner because the big girl's in the elevator. I don't need that much space as a big elevator. I can't. Floor 2, please.
Okay, so he's standing in an elevator.
Number one, what elevator is that big?
Okay, but even if we go with that thing she walks in, he's standing in the middle of the elevator, and he moves to the corner of the elevator.
Yeah.
And she complains like, I'm not that big, la la la. Then goes, but you need to push the button for me. I'm so fat I can't move now that I'm in position. Press the button for me. But let's go back. Have you ever gone to an elevator and you're just standing in the middle, and then you go there and then someone comes in? Where do you move?
Sorry, I realised, Turch.
Yeah.
I have been tall phobic or short phobic. I don't know. I changed your smoke alarm.
You
a
did.
while ago, and I shouldn't have.
No.
I apologise because that is being small phobic.
But see, ladders are ladders are very expensive. We should get short people should get ladder discounts because we need them to survive. But seriously, when you walk into an elevator and someone else comes in, where do you move to in the elevator?
Away from the other person.
One of the corners?
I fucking hate people.
Even if it's a smoking hot 10 out of 10, would you still move to one of the corners?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're a normal human being.
Uh-huh.
He didn't do that because he was doing that to be polite, not because you're a fat idiot.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, here we go. 12 signs you're being fatphobic. You fetishize fat people.
Wow, I never heard this one before.
Oh, here we go. You're going to love this.
Oh, huh? Just so you know, I love me some big girls. I mean, bada bing, bada boom, baby.
Did you think that through before you said that?
No, not really. Sorry about that.
Yeah, I know a lot of things. Smart, successful,
Absolutely.
have a lot to offer.
Right. Yeah, you
Exactly.
do.
So, yeah, boom, boom, bye.
So this guy's like, hey, I'm really into people like fat women. And you're a fat woman, and I'm really into you. And she's like, well, you're fetishizing me. So I'm not interested in you. I was like, wait a second. Don't you want someone to be... Like, guys that are into redheads and find a redhead are happier. And I'm assuming that the girl finding the guy who's into her all the time is probably going to be happy. It seems like it's a win-win.
Yeah. Well, unless they're crazy fetish. You know.
You work it out. But the fact that she's like, oh no, you're into me already? Excuse me, you're gonna have to stop right there. I'm more than just a fat woman. I am also smart and beautiful. Well, yeah, the beautiful part is because you're fat. I get that. I mean, that 50% you're talking about, I'm already into, and I can get over the smarts.
Oh.
You're gonna love this one. A medical bias.
Okay, medical bias.
So being into fat people, wanting to date them
Mhm.
because it's your fetish,
Yeah.
is fatphobic.
Fatphobic.
I don't get it.
Okay.
You know, people go tall, dark, and handsome, and they
Yeah.
think of like people from the Mediterranean.
Yeah.
No Mediterranean man goes, no. Because you because you fetishize me, you cannot suck my penis. like no one says that. Here we go. Medical bias.
Hey, Simone. So I checked out your vitals, and what are we gonna do about your weight?
Oh no, I'm not here for that. I'm here for my ear.
Well, I got a referral here for a nutritionist I highly recommend.
What is this going to do for an ear infection? I need antibiotics, not a meal plan.
Okay. You know what?
What doctor wouldn't address the ear infection?
First.
Yeah.
Because I've been to the doctor many a times, and they go, "What's the
What's the
issue?"
problem? And then I'm going to work on the problem.
And then they go, and they go, anything else? They go, look, let's run some vitals. You probably should lose some weight. I'm like, yeah, I know, I'm trying.
Yeah.
And everyone can stand to lose, 10
They're
kilos.
doing their job.
Yeah. You know what? I don't want to. Doctors don't want to see you.
Mm-hmm.
It's like your accountant. They don't want to see you.
They don't want to see you.
But if they have to see you, they're going to do the things or put things in place to ensure that they don't see you again. Like my physio doesn't go, all right, this is your third session. Oh no, you're going to have to book it now. He's like, no, I want you to get back and like play sport and go to the gym, run again. I don't want you here. Because if you're here, that means you're unwell. And I'm a human being. All right, so doctors are fatphobic. We already knew that. Okay, judging what people eat.
Oh, so glad we're doing this.
All right. I got your food here. The salad for you, miss.
Oh,
and
actually,
the tots. Oh, and for the tots, I got some good stuff in the back. Blue cheese, ranch, barbecue.
Well, this is mine. I got this top.
This is my salad.
Great. Sorry, I thought,
I'll take the ranch though if you're.
Yeah, of course, yeah. I'll go get that for you.
Yeah, thank
Uh-huh. Hey there.
Okay.
Waiters have fucked up food all the time.
Yeah.
And they're going to continue to fuck up food
That's why they should be paid the minimum wage.
all the time.
Yeah. So that video was a gentleman being a waiter. He delivered the tater tots to the fat woman, to the skinny woman. The skinny woman apparently was eating a salad.
Not going to lie, good assumption to make.
Great assumption.
Great assumption.
No, like, you know what? If you're a waiter and you're delivering a wine and a beer to a table, and there's a man and a woman there, 99% of the time the beer's going to the man, wine's going to the woman.
If you see kids and there's a kids meal,
probably gonna go to the
The
kids.
kids,
Yeah,
yeah.
And big fat woman eating tater tots for lunch. Who the fuck just orders tater tots for lunch? Apart from kids. Probably gonna go to the fat woman. Fat man too. I don't care. We're just talking about the fat woman in this video. Okay, backhanded compliments. Now, this is not a sign of you're fatphobic, backhanded compliments. This is a sign you're Australian.
okay.
Yeah.
You are so brave. I could never wear that. I mean, the confidence.
How is this just confidence? I'm a beautiful person. Why wouldn't I wear something like this? Maybe y'all need to work on your confidence.
No, that's pretty Australian.
That's pretty Australian.
Yeah.
Hey, you look fucking fantastic, you cunt. Oh, good. Yeah, so look, apparently, I'm definitely fatphobic. Because, apparently I do all of those things.
Turch, this is the third week in a row we've talked about fat people. We are clearly fatphobic.
Oh, yeah. I've said this before. When we listened to that Fat Lit podcast, all I wanted to do was go for a run or take the dog for another walk. Or, fuck, I better put the weight up I gotta lift heavier.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't feel... I gotta say, when I lost a lot of weight and I was really fit, I never felt better.
Mhm.
Physically, mentally, than I ever had. Like, it was
You felt
amazing.
great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wow, if I could do that literally by eating less and...
Fucking calorie counting right now, Turch.
Yeah,
I'm
I know.
Calorie counting. I have 500 calories to spare.
I'm very proud of you.
Actually, I don't know how much that alcohol was, so...
It shouldn't be too much.
yeah.
Maybe 200, 250.
I'll take 250. All I want is my Milo when I get home. That's all I fucking want. That's what I've been fucking craving all day.
You got anything else?
I do have another article.
Oh,
Turch.
good.
One more article, maybe to finish it up. How long have we been going for?
An hour.
Oh,
It shows it easy.
that's
I
good.
want to bring a video in, and when we talk about fat people, it goes pretty quick.
We're going to do our special next week.
Okay.
So please tune into that because it is going to go for a good hour.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe we should get Jess in on this too.
Good luck.
Family identifies woman killed at Subway over her sandwich order.
That's fatphobic.
She died by slipping on too much mayonnaise.
My God. How much mayonnaise are you having on a sub? Wait. What sub are you ordering that you're getting mayonnaise?
Sorry, another injured over too much mayo. Sorry.
Have you... if when you go to Subway,
Mhm.
what do you order?
The chicken something.
Did you put mayo on it?
Yeah.
Wait, do you like mayonnaise?
I generally get Chipotle
Yeah.
or something like that. Yeah.
It's just fancy mayonnaise.
Yeah.
So I'm a meatball sub guy.
Yeah.
So I'm like, and
I've never actually changed my Subway order. I've
It's-
stuck with one basically the entire time.
it's pretty much how everyone
Yeah.
does it.
Yeah.
And no one, I used to get the Italian, like it had like the hot salami, mild salami, and ham. And I'm like, no, I can make that myself. Literally everything.
I'd actually rather go to a delicatessen.
Yeah. Well, have you ever been to the Greek delicatessen down near my parents' house to get your cold cuts and your bread?
No.
We're gonna do that one day. You were gonna
I
be.
feel like this is an outing.
Yeah. You it's an experience.
Excellent.
You've never seen a deli so dingy yet so Greek. It's pretty fucking amazing. Kieran, as my mum said last week,
Yeah.
she's very busy at the moment, a way busy one, while I'm about to write reports.
About to. That's why she's busy. Got it.
I don't know what that means. And every teacher I talk to says, I'm about to write reports. And I'm like, wait, well, yeah.
What are they doing all-nighter and write them? Like, what's going on?
Well, I was just thinking to myself, like, I've worked in finance for many a year.
Mhm.
And I'm like, yeah, I used to write reports like on a month. Like, I still do reporting like on a monthly. Like, that's just part of the job. Like, we're doing the annual report. What's going on here? It's just one of those things. I found a video of a teacher, and she asked her.
Oh, by the way, Turch, before you go on, in case I don't get the chance to say it on our podcast, happy end of financial year.
Yeah, this will come out at the end of financial year.
Yeah, so happy end of financial year.
That's what the title of the episode is, if I remember. So this video I found is of a teacher, and a teacher has asked her class to roast her.
I fucking hate teachers who put shit online.
I hate it too.
Because they should fucking be teaching.
Yeah, I know.
Not attention-seeking.
Not attention-seeking, exactly
Yeah.
right. If you wanted to do that, just
Become a fucking actor.
just do OnlyFans. Fuck
Yeah,
it. That's that's all you're good for.
Uh-huh.
You're good for babysitting and OnlyFans. Face it. So this woman here has gone, I've asked if my class did all their work, all their homework, they're all allowed to roast me.
Okay.
And I'm like, okay.
This is like when your fucking teacher's like, if everyone hands in their homework, I'm going to dye my hair pink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm like, this could potentially be a funny premise because we went to an all-boys school.
Mm.
And
Is
I'm
this
like,
fucking teacher of like high school students or?
well, that's why as I'm like, if this is high school students and they're like year 9s, year 10s, hell, year 12s, fuck, man, this is going to be fucking brutal.
Right. Yeah,
it's going to be good. Like, from year 7 onwards, you learn how to fucking roast anybody, especially at an all-boys school.
Oh, yeah.
And then by year 10, your chops are fucking laser point, razor sharp. Here we go. And I'm like, yeah, okay, this is going to be good. Has to be good, right?
Yeah, it has to be good.
Okay.
Let my students roast me today, and here's how it went.
Okay, so this is this woman here, very young woman, and you're like, okay, so she asked her students to roast her today. Let's see how it went.
So I said if you did all your stuff today, you could roast me. So, let's hear your worst. Don't make me cry.
Okay, first up, don't say roast me. Do your worst. Don't make me cry because hell, I'm gonna.
All I've heard is Of do your worst.
Do
That's
your
all I've
worst.
heard. I've tuned out now.
That's right. I'm like,
brain
oh
is-
boy,
the
let me get
brain-
my fucking notebook out. Here
It's
we go.
already ticking over.
I'm having a go. Okay, here she is, right? She's still wearing a mask, so this might be before, but still, here we go.
You can say whatever you want.
Your mom looks ugly.
Your mum looks ugly. And I started to watch this video, Kieran. I'm like, uh-oh.
Because I would have started with, your mum is so fat that when she steps on the scales, it says 90210.
That's very good.
Yeah.
That's very good.
Thank
Okay,
you.
let's see some more roasting. See some more roasting.
So mean. Eep.
I think you look pretty today. And that's when I discovered that she is allowing her grade 2s and 3s to roast her.
Oh, dear.
So these people are like 8.
8-year-olds don't know how to roast.
They don't know what a roast is.
Uh-huh.
They're like the
My
grown up.
teacher said we're eating roast of today, and there was no roast.
You know, it's meant to be like it's an 8-year-old is being told don't say bad things about people. You know. And she's gone, oh, you can say anything bad about me. So they don't even have a vocabulary.
8-years are too innocent.
Yeah, exactly.
They're still concrete
And
thinkers.
look at this. They say, oh, I think you look pretty today. Here we go, some more.
Oh, that's not a roast. You're
I'm not roasting my teacher. She's the best teacher I ever had.
That was so nice.
I hope you look good for a toad.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
For a toad, yeah.
Yeah, I think you look pretty good. For a toad, well done.
This third grade teacher students have their sickest burns.
Whoa! How long you been saving that one?
I have a question. One of those points to my shoes. These kids are just repeating things that are not funny. I couldn't get much.
I did enjoy the toad one.
The toad one was great. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I hope that kid becomes a comedian.
Who's there? Miss Kid who?
Your mom!
Oh, good one!
I think you're the best teacher, but psych you're not.
What?
I love you.
I love you too. I love you.
This is like not. This is not cute or endearing. This is just you wanting attention. Again, if you wanted this type of attention, just start an OnlyFans. This is
I
not.
hate teachers who TikTok or whatever.
Oh, it's the worst. I'm so glad. Like my mum is. My mum is in her senior years, but goddamn, and I'm so glad she doesn't TikTok anything. But goddamn, that'd be torture for everybody involved.
I feel like when I talk to your mum, I'm always being corrected on like grammar.
Yeah, that's what you want. That's what you want from a teacher, you know.
You know, like I just spoke to her and that wasn't a proper sentence.
Yeah,
like
and
now I'm in the fucking naughty corner.
I liked how she tries to correct 2 dyslexic guys that like have got jobs very successful despite their dyslexia, and yet she'll be like, "Excuse me, Turch, Kieran, incorrect." Oh, Jesus Christ, Mum, you got us again.
And she does that voice so beautifully,
fucking-
and the
oh,
stare and the
The,
pause.
the teacher mum voice.
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh.
I remember like teachers, like as my mum would always do the teacher voice, and eventually the teacher voice didn't mean anything to me. And I'm just like, oh yeah, okay, it's cool. Like, oh, you're not really paying. I'm like, yeah, because it's like listening to my mum right now. Not that I don't respect my mum, but the lines are blurred. I don't really.
Yeah.
Kieran, I think we've done it all today.
We have.
Fat people, you've told a joke. That Chico rolls. You're still wearing blackface, so that's really good. But Kieran, but for all, if anyone else wants to listen to our other episodes and more, follow some of our cool Twitter polls. Make sure you follow us on SoundCloud, iTunes, Spotify, Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. And send us hate mail, death threats, rants at weonlydowonetake@gmail.com. Very exciting stuff for next episode. I'm going to say a joke.
No, a special next week.
A special next week.
No, there's going to be no rants. Maybe there might be a rant.
Just a
But
special.
It's a special. It is strap yourselves in, people, because this is going to be one of the best comedic stories you've ever heard.
That's a big promise.
Strap yourselves
It's a
in.
big
'cause
promise
this is going to
from-
be the punchline is amazing.
And that's a big promise from a Mustangs fan. As we all know, Mustangs fans, no sense of humour. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you next we'll see you next Thursday. Talking to my cousin about them
Yeah.
because he used to play ice hockey.
That's amazing. Damien.
Yeah. And I'd be like, oh, yeah, the Mustangs and the Ice. And he goes, oh, I remember the Ice winning a lot. Not so much the Mustangs.
Tables have turned.
That was the turn. The turns have tabled.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Motherfuckers, guys, come on. Give me the 5-star rating, baby. Give me the 5-star. That's all I want, baby. That's all I want. I'll fuck all the beautiful girls in the goddamn world. They'll fuck a 10-star. I just want 5. 5, baby. Just 5.